Hi, I am Anita Goa. In this video, I like to make you aware of what you can focus on in your 40s in order to stay in the best shape of your life for the rest of your life. In this video, I'm going to give you a few pointers from a physical standpoint, but I'd like to let you know that I'm not just about the physical, I'm just as much about the mental and spiritual as well. I use an approach that I call a holistic approach. It involves the whole entire body, and I use yoga as the foundation for my fitness philosophy. So this is really about working from the inside out and not from the outside in. As much as I don't really like to say this myself, being in my 40s, I do feel that this is the decade of the M words: muscles, metabolism, and menopause. I know, it's scary, but we have to face the reality. And I did 2 videos of how to stay fit in your 20s and your 30s, where I talked about in your 20s, your bones are very important, and in your 30s, your muscles are very important. And this carries on into our 40s. And although bone mass peaks in our 20s, and we can lose muscle mass in our 30s, when we come to our 40s, it's even more important that we pay attention to our muscles, because if we don't participate in weight bearing and strength training or resistance training exercises, we can lose another 2 to 3% of muscle mass. And that can affect our metabolism. Our metabolism slows down when we don't have enough muscles, and if our metabolism slows down, then we end up gaining weight, and maybe weight that might not be necessary to gain. And we don't have to gain a whole lot of weight just because we're in our 40s and we're getting older. So I've talked a lot about bones and muscles for this decade, but really what I want you also to focus on is your cardiovascular health, your stamina. Because during this decade, if you don't participate in cardiovascular activity, you can lose up to 6% of your cardiovascular capabilities. And this is something that I actually personally have experienced myself. I wasn't doing too much cardio, and I have a 5-year-old son. He wanted me to sprint after him, and I could barely get through a New York City block feeling completely winded. So I had to get going on my cardiovascular work for myself. What is the best workout for you in your 40s? I think the best workout is one that involves strength training and cardiovascular as well as yoga. You have to make sure that you strengthen your bones, that you build muscle or maintain your muscle, and that you work out cardiovascularly. The time frame of it can be short, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I think it's better to do short workouts more frequently instead of doing longer workouts, maybe 2 times a week. So being that we don't have that much time in our 40s to spend at the gym because we are working and we have family to take care of, like high intensity interval training is wonderful. Boot camp is wonderful because you get to work on a lot in a short amount of time. Fusion workouts is very popular these days, where you combine maybe yoga and Pilates, or strength training and Pilates, whatever modalities it is that you choose to combine in that fusion workout. So you can work out pretty hard in this decade of your life. The one thing that you need to pay attention to is that your body is not going to recover as quickly as it does in your 30s. So adding on yoga, for the flexibility aspect, for the stress reduction aspect of it, for staying connected to the breath, and for recovery is very, very important to pay attention to. So I say in your 40s, go full out, work as hard as you want to, but also equally make sure that you create space for rest so that you're body can recover. We all want to look good as we get older, and in your 40s you can look good and you can feel good. I hope that this video has been inspirational and motivational. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I love to hear from you and I read everything that you send me. During this decade, make sure that you sweat, but don't sweat the small stuff. Namaste.